Topanga. What is my hair doing? Beverly, shout out. We were talking about this in my live the other day, is the videos where I always see something's wrong with my hair after I hit record. So shout out to Beverly and photography. If you want to check out some really cool photos and stuff, I'll tag her below. Hi, my name's Tapainga. This is tarot. Nope, this is TikTok. So I want to give you a tarot reading. I've been really uncomfortable today, which is interesting. And I was going to do this one for Libra. So this is for Libra specifically. This is still on TikTok, so only take it if it resonates. We're at 44 seconds. So 4s could be significant. I just saw the High Priestess flip over. So really trusting your intuition. It feels kind of a mysterious vibe. Kind of feels like something's kind of under wraps, maybe like not fully able to pick up on something. Again, there's this sense of like uncomfortability. Like being uncomfortable in your own skin. What do you need to hear? This is for Libra. Libra, not Libra. It feels like you're kind of in between the planning stages and taking action on something. You have this blueprint, you have like a vision for the future, you're wanting to collaborate with someone potentially. But it's kind of hazy. You're kind of waiting for things to fall into place before you can move forward. And then we have the Knight of Wands at the bottom of the deck. This says take inspired action, take movement when you feel inspired to do so. The 3 of Pentacles, the 7 of Cups, and the 8 of Wands came out in the sideways position. When things come out sideways, I see that as the energy that is currently shifting or what is currently at a turning point almost. The 3 of Pentacles, again, talks about building that blueprint, creating a foundation, creating something stable for the future. But it's also a collaboration of sorts. So maybe you're connecting, networking. And we have the 7 of Cups, and this can talk about illusions and confusions, also like daydreaming. It's also talking about there's a lot of options and being discerning in those options. And then the 8 of Wands is fast action, fast change, a quick energy, and it can talk about quick successes. It can also talk about travel, so I don't know if travel's involved here. Maybe, maybe not. But it feels like you're kind of waiting for things to fall into place before taking action, but this is also saying take action on the things that you can take action on now and currently. Even if it doesn't have anything to do with that specific thing that you're like envisioning at the moment. Maybe it feels like you're wanting to be a little bit more spontaneous too. With the 8 of Wands, it feels like things are going to be picking up pretty quickly. 303 on the timer. Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck. Things are changing. And it feels kind of like almost like a little bit of like destiny and fate at play. Like it feels like something is a little bit out of your control here. So again, focus on those things that you can control in the moment. And even if it's just to spark a little fun, a little joy. And then we have the 2 of Swords and the 6 of Swords coming out together. And the 2 of Swords can feel like at a crossroads. It kind of feels like you don't know which way to turn. You're trying to make a decision on something. The 6 of Swords talks about moving on to calmer waters. Leaving harsh times behind. Letting things flow a little bit easier. And maybe it feels like you've kind of been hitting roadblock after roadblock, but those are like divine timing as well. It's like obstacles or detours in the right direction type of energy. Anything else? Also like making decisions from a non-confused space, like making sure that you're in this calm state of flow. The Judgment card, an awakening, a soul calling, decisions, making big decisions. And the King of Wands at the bottom of the deck, this is stepping into like that confident energy, that divine masculine energy. Gender, side, female, male, non-binary, 432 on the timer. This is a sense of taking inspired action, being confident in those choices that you are making. This is taking the lead. The Judgment card, you could be making a judgment call. Again, making that decision. But this is also knowing that you're divinely protected. And it also talks about like surrendering as well, releasing. And it could also talk about like second chances, like a reawakening of sorts. Anything else? Might be it. Nope. Ten of Pentacles. You are building something that is going to be long-term and stable for you. I don't know what that is. My light just started flickering. That can be around abundance, finance. You can talk about happy family. Like, this is whatever you deem as success. This is what this is. But this talks about generations, leaving legacies. Again, something that is going to stand the width of time. Now, we have the the 5 of Wands, the 9 of Swords, and then the 4 of Pentacles. And this feels like that internal struggle. The little upheavals we're trying to get over, and like we're stressing on them. We're holding on tightly to the problems, to the worry, and needing to release that a little bit. It feels like a little bit chaotic internally, where things are actually working out and like falling into place the way that they're supposed to be falling into place, but we're in the mindset of like all the mistakes, all of the mishaps, that internal struggle. It feels like we're attached to that. Maybe like a little bit of like trying to control the outcome, where this is, again, like you kind of need to let go of the things that you can't control right now, take inspired action on those things that you can, have a little fun in that life, and let things fall. This feels like being unease, like an unease feeling. Especially here when we're feeling like the 2 of Swords, it feels like stagnant and stalemate, and like snailmate. Snails could be significant. You could be feeling like you're moving at a snail's pace. Like it's very slow moving, but that's okay. It's like you may feel that you're ready for the next step, but the next step has to be ready for the next step. Everything kind of is having to align, and it is aligning for you. But again, like you don't need to see all of that, but you're stressing about it. But know that, like, again, 10 of Pentacles, great, fantastic card. And the Page of Wands too. It's really following that spark, that new adventure. Anything else? That might be it. That might be where we stop. We'll do one more shuffle. One more full. This is where we're going to stop. Yeah, and then we have the Page of Swords, the Devil, and the Ace of Cups, with the 9 of Cups behind that. So that's the 10 of Cups added together. And the Hanged Man. So it's kind of seeing things in a different perspective, like a bigger picture. It feels like maybe we've been focused again on like narrowing our vision onto the small steps at play that aren't really like falling into play the way that we want them to. It's almost like again, it feels like we need to expand the mind. Especially with the Devil and the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is all about like curiosity, staying curious. And it kind of feels like we're being held back and restricted from that with this Devil card. Devil card could talk about restrictions, shadow side tendencies, addictions, obsessions. Maybe we're over obsessing, over analyzing on things too, which could come out with that 9 of Swords as well. But the Ace of Cups, this is talking about fulfillment, new fulfillment. Could be romantic, doesn't have to be. It doesn't feel like romance is here. It feels more like fulfilling to a soul. And then the 9 of Cups is wish fulfillment, contentment, and happiness. Again, and then 10 of Cups added together, that's like happy family, joy, like choosing that joyful life. And then the Hanged Man, we do have the 2 of Cups behind there, so it could be like in relevance, but I'm not sure if I'm picking that up. That could also talk about like partnership and aligning with your higher self. The Hanged Man is really trying to see from the outside perspective, thinking outside of the box. This feels small-mindedness, like this feels like a closed small mind to me. This is asking you to think bigger. Again, it feels like you're in like a hazy transition period, but to release the obsessions and the like over obsessive thinking with it, everything that's going on. Everything's kind of like falling into place. You're making judgment calls. You're making like, you are going through like a reawakening, and obstacles or detours in the right direction. And I think that's all I have. I'm running out of time. I love you. Have a great day. Bye.